Why is it that guys have to pretend not to be interested in you for you to like them? In my experience, the less interest you show to a girl, the more she wants you. It doesn't make sense to me. I like you, okay? Why do I have to pretend I don't?
I don't know. I feel like you don't have to pretend. But why do you have to pretend? We talked about this earlier.
Don't do this.
Okay, well, my age group, you should not be pretending right now. This should be real life, not dress rehearsal.
If he was hella thirsty, if he was coming at you
But
hella
what's
thirsty, like
I feel like you would know the difference.
incessantly like complimenting you and hyping you up like nonstop, and that's it, and like texting you every morning, texting you every night, texting, like he's the one.
That's
Pouncing,
my nigga.
pouncing.
But no, I'm saying like
like
my
that.
nigga better text me good morning, and he better say, "Babe, what'd you eat for lunch?" Because I was hungry, and he better text me good night. So that's like a relationship. You got to define like thirsty. I feel like
Okay, what's thirsty to you then?
what was that time? When the guy I can't remember what episode, but thirsty to me is when it was on Block That Ass or Smash That Ass, when the guy was like, "Oh, I want to take you out. I pay your bills." Like the first day that I meet you,
That's
I feel
thirsty.
like that's thirsty, but not like the other things that I expect your ass to do.
You don't get bored of a dude if he's doing that all the time.
No,
You're in a
pump me up.
relationship with someone and like that's all.
No. Because like if you do it at the beginning, like we talked about, then you stop doing those things. Like I feel like you were just doing them to maintain or to get me, and then afterwards, like now that you're comfortable, you're not doing anything anymore. Like you're supposed to be my biggest cheerleader, so you better hype me up when I put this motherfucking snake skin blue dress on. Because you know what's gonna happen when I walk outside and someone else hypes me up, I'm gonna be like, why didn't Boo hype me up?
But there's something to be said about a guy who's too nice. Okay, the phrase "nice guys finish last," like that exists for a reason, doesn't it?
No, I think it's just a saying.
No.
I think
No?
that's more of a younger
true.
generation thing.
It's true though.
No.
Not
No.
no. It's just some nice guys.
Because-
maybe it's their approach, because it has to be mutual.
Yeah.
Mutual attraction.
Yeah.
So if they're going, and they're not receiving anything back, then that's thirsty. And then I also think you have to gradually build up to that. You have to earn the texting in the morning and night. But
The
honestly, but
thirstiness.
if you're into each other right from the get-go, I don't see a problem. It's nice.
Yeah.
I'd like to know that the person's attracted to me, and then I'm attracted to them, and it makes us have a stronger bond.
Or if you're vibing the first time you meet someone and then you kind of like smash.
Kind of like smash, you know, it just kind of happens. You
That
know.
night, I don't think like then you're a hoe. I just think you just happen to be vibing that night.
Yeah,
And you like the person. And then if y'all keep dating after, like,
cool.
it's cool. It's not a big deal.
I for sure have felt it before where I've like gone out with a guy and I'm like, this person is so nice and they like me and they're really like sweet and this and that, like all of these amazing things, but it's like there's something about this
It's
person.
like, what do I
They're
feed
too
this?
nice. What?
Do you not deserve someone being nice to you?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Rose's
Is that what you're
therapist
thinking?
tonight.
Right.
Rose's therapist.
Or like, yeah,
There's
because you're like,
something-
why would they like me? Like they should, you know?
Yeah, they should
No,
like
you didn't say why don't they like me, but that's almost what I heard a little bit. You know, they like me, they're contacting me, but they should, because you're gorgeous and you're beautiful, and I would, if I was dating you, I would be hitting you up all the time.
Preach, Rose.
You know, trying to lock that ass down.
Block. No, smash it. I'm sorry. But block other niggas from talking to you is what I meant to say. Yeah.
I don't know what to say
I
about
think-
that, Rose.
I think when
just
I
that's
hear-
what
I'd
hit
be
me up
trying to
behind.
do.
Right. I think when
Well,
people
I'll
hear
hit you up
nice,
after this.
no, they think nerdy.
No, you think thirsty.
No,
you
I think when I hear nice guys finish line, I think like you must have
Yes.
been nerdy.
Yes. See, there's something about the spice. Because you got the sugar, like the sweetness, the like just the sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
But you need that other side of it too.
Yeah. Well, it comes
you
from
want a
mutual
roughneck?
attraction.
Like a little bit of a roughneck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of roughneck.
Half of the time.
Like,
Part
there
time.
needs to be a
Can I get
percentage that
part-time?
they
Yeah.
could
Not
turn
quite
on you.
Ike, but a little bit before. Yeah, not quite
No,
Ike,
I don't.
but
Mike and Ike?
no.
Candy?
Ike Turner.
Oh, I don't.
He used to slap Tina Turner around all the time.
That's horrible.
That's just like earlier. I'm so old because earlier y'all asked me what
I
the
asked her what
Tootsie
the-
Roll was. I was like, what? No Tootsie Roll? No.
She showed me. Show
I'm
me again.
old.
Can you show me again?
No. And then I said, that's like you asked me what the Millie Rock is. She goes, oh, what's the Millie Rock? I'm like, oh, okay. I'm old and I'm young at the same time.
And she has a kid.
You don't know either.
The Tootsie Roll. Show us both.
Tootsie Roll is like the.
it's like the body roll. No? Okay.
It's like, so this is like the butterfly. And it's like
Hey.
Tootsie Roll.
Oh.
Could you go like that?
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
But I
Let me
was
see
just
the
like,
other one. The Millie Rock.
I can't really do the Millie
You
Rock.
can
good.
do
It's
it.
more
You can
of
do it.
like a, you need kind of like music to play with the Millie Rock. But I was just saying like, damn, I'm old. So you don't know Ike.
No.
He's a little bit aggressive.
It sounds
He may
like it.
have some charges. But I think
No,
you
I
have
don't
to have
want
a good
I don't want
balance.
that.
Yeah.
No, you want. Well, you guys are
In our
special
30s. Yeah.
honeys. Because don't you want someone who's like a good balance of both? Like, okay, kind of transitions to like what kind of person do you like in the bedroom? Like, what type of lover do you want? Like, someone who's more passionate, someone who's more like just
Thug
like thug life. Yeah, sure, thug it out. Like, or
Tupac.
like,
Do you know who Tupac is?
shut
I'm
up.
just checking.
Shut your
Oh,
beautiful
dang.
face.
You
Oh my gosh, I
almost
just
had
dropped
3
my mic.
strikes. You didn't know who Aaliyah was?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I must have been drinking
You don't
way
know
too
what
much
the
that night.
Tootsie Roll is?
Work
Who?
the middle. Work the middle.
What? The Tootsie Roll is not who.
Dang.
Okay, no,
You know-
of course I know Tupac. Why are we talking about Tupac though?
Okay.
Yes,
Who's
Rose.
that?
Yeah.
The guy with the bandana?
Yeah,
Oh.
almost close.
No.
You got to make a change. I think it's a mutual attraction thing, and you know, thirsty isn't sexy because the person needs to be independent and love themselves enough, but be able to bring you into it as well. So, putting themselves first,
Right.
but putting
See?
you know, as you grow,
See, we're all like.
you're right behind them, but always putting yourself first.
Mm.
And I think it's when it becomes too much about you. It's too much pressure, right?
Yes.
It's too much pressure.
Because it feels like their everything is in you, and it's like if I falter, if I'm not, and it makes you pull yourself away from the person because it's like you're too much, man.
Let me breathe. You're smothering me.
Yes, you're smothering me. But then we also want like we don't know what we want really.
I
I'm
don't
just
know what
being
I
real.
want.
Speak for
You
yourself.
know what you want.
Getting it all the time? No.
Okay, but is that person a real person or is that some convoluted
real-
idea
They're
that
just
you've
a real
concocted?
person. They're
it's
just a real person.
No. Okay.
Because I like flowers every now and then, but I don't get them every now and then.
See,
I
you're
get them
making
for
up a
occasion.
person who gives you
I'm not.
flowers
I'm just
every
saying
now and then.
what I want, because you talked about like, what do you? We don't really know what we want. I think we know. You just are either settling or you're just not getting it. Are you lost?
No,
Oh,
I'm
he was
listening.
gazing.
I'm just gazing into your eyes.
Gazing. I would
I-
just tell him to be himself.
Yeah. Be himself.
Yeah, and be James.
himself. Read the signs. Mutual attraction. Be independent.
And ask questions.
Yeah, focus on yourself, but also read the other person. Don't come in too hot. Earn each thing. Earn it.
Bouncing off of that guy's question about like how we like games and stuff, like we don't like a guy to like be too thirsty or show us how much he likes us right off the bat. Like, don't you think that it has to do with the fact that like women typically love watching dramas and like Lifetime movies and stuff and reality
I'm not
TV?
that old. I don't watch Lifetime.
Me neither.
Sure you don't.
I don't.
Sure you don't.
Only
When your
my
man is out of
teammates do.
town, your daughter's asleep, you're not
No, I
crying
feel
your
like
eyes out to a Lifetime movie.
No.
I've never seen
Over
a
the holiday
Lifetime movie.
season.
They're kind of good.
I told you.
She knew it.
Kind of good, Rose. But you did hear that from me, Rose.
Wait, so what's the question?
I heard. What's the
whole
question? I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay. So we're attracted to that drama when we're watching stuff. So there's something about that that like translates into our real lives. We kind of want our real lives to be a telenovela, however you say it. You know what I'm
Is that
saying?
what you think, really?
Kind of. Like subconsciously we want that. Cause, okay, think about it. If you've been with a man and like you guys get in an argument, think about the makeup.
No,
That's
just
like a
happens
drug.
Naturally, I don't know what you think, Rose.
Well, I think that's a generalization of all women rather than the different relationship dynamics that you grow up with in your families, because I think that directly informs romantic relationships. So the way that you argue with your family and or deal with conflict, I think kind of it can come with you as an adult. So I think that definitely applies to a lot of people. I personally don't love that. I don't love all the drama. It's too taxing. It's too tiring. I want
Yes.
some stable
Normalcy,
love.
Yeah.
Stable love, but I do love a good debate and argument, but not.
Over dumb
Yeah,
shit.
I like
Over
to
what?
not
Let's get
dumb
Taco
shit, but
Bell
just,
or let's get McDonald's. tonight.
I'd like to play the devil's advocate, like you like to
Mostly
do.
do.
I like to
Getting on my damn
you know, and I like to like argue about.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Don't cross the liquor line.
No. Wow.
Wow.
Feelings hurt.
Later.
Ouch.
Later.
Okay.
Forgot what I was saying.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no worries. The liquor line got me.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yep. That's how it goes. That's the show. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it, folks.
I don't know. Like,
Peace
I was
out.
thinking when you asked that, I don't relate my reality to theirs. Like, if I may see some things, like if I'm watching a black show, I'd be like, oh, we do that shit. If we do that. But I don't, like, relate my relationship to that things that I see on screen because it's not real. Like, this is the life that I'm living with this person. I do agree with Rose, like I said, like before, when you see a relationship, whether it be your parents, your uncles, your grandparents, you do like, oh, I want that or I don't want to do that in my relationship. But definitely not TV or things that I watch on TV unless, like, I watch Blackish. They do a lot of Blackish shit on there. I'm like, and sometimes I send it to my mom, like, Mom, this reminds me of when you did this. So I feel like those things, yes, if it's relatable. But if it's not, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, some of these questions you were asking.
They're real.
So, but yeah.
And some of those movies, like The Notebook and stuff, I feel we all have things in our lives that maybe a man has done for or whatever in our relationships have done for us that we could literally write into a movie, you know? So that's the relatable kind,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know.
Wow, you're setting the standard really high for men.
For
The
if it's
Notebook. The
I
Notebook.
honestly
Notebook.
think that some of my exes were so amazing that they almost like fucked me over. Not fucked me over, but it was just
What do you mean?
like they did such great grand romantic gestures that if it doesn't happen in a current relationship, I'm like,
Right.
why aren't they writing me poems and standing out my window
Like
and throwing
Michael
rocks
was.
at my window? You
The
know?
boombox.
Yeah, seriously though.
No, yeah.
I mean, I'm over it now, but it used
Right.
to when in my 20s.
It would affect your future relationship. Okay, but I know what I get what you're saying, Danielle, about the like things that we watch and stuff. But that's your conscious, like you're consciously like being like, no, that's not realistic.
Yeah, but I didn't even
But
think these things
there's
as
things
a kid.
that you subconsciously soak in.
I
Without
mean-
even, I don't
mean,
know.
Yes, because it's your subconscious, but you're also living it. But even like you're saying, because I'm older, or are you saying this because I'm older and I'm subconsciously
I'm
thinking
not
about
saying
things?
anything about your age.
No, I'm saying
Why
versus
you're
when
bringing?
you're a
Why are you bringing
kid,
this up?
You're not really thinking subconsciously. You're just like, I'm watching motherfucking Lion King, you know, whatever. But even when I was saying when I was younger and I was watching shows where I thought like this prince was gonna come get me, I knew that like that's not true. That's not life. That's not what happens. Tyrone is coming to get me, not Prince Harry. So I'm just saying, like, I still knew those things weren't real. I still knew, like, this is just like a story that I'm watching on TV when I was younger.
Do you think there's something about us, like once we get into a relationship with someone, really get into a relationship where we expect a man to behave how we think a man should behave? Like we kind of dictate what
Like,
makes a man and what doesn't?
like,
Come on.
I mean, like in what sense? Because at first, like when I was listening to the question, I think like what a man should be or should do. Like I think things like I need you to go take my car to get oil change. Like I
Right.
need you to take the motherfucking trash out.
Right.
But I also know that I
Those
can
are
do
your-
those things too. So it's like, or you just mean like what type of man do you want? Going like back to that. So I just think it's more of what type of man do you want to be with, and then what are things like. Another good thing that my mom told me, don't start anything that you don't want to finish. Like, y'all don't want to fart in front of y'all man. But I'm just like, I'm not going to pick up your dirty clothes everywhere. Because, like, it's going to irritate me, like, later. Even though, like, that's something really small that I know is going to bother me, I'm just not going to start doing it. Because I don't want you to think this type of behavior is going to continue. So, like, certain things like that, I try not to do. Because then they'll start expecting
it
you.
the way that you want it to be.
They'll start expecting
See,
you to
that's
always
the
do
mature
it.
way of thinking of it, but I don't think we all think of relationships that way.
That way.
I feel like a lot of women, and maybe I'm generalizing here, but I know with myself, like, you kind of go in with some expectations of what a man does and does not do.
Well,
It's
like
hard not to go into a
yeah.
relationship without expectations. And
Yeah.
you can even say, I'm not going to have any expectations. But as actions come up, you think, oh, I either thought it was going to be this way or I wanted it to be this way. And or maybe you like what the person's bringing currently.
But isn't there something, do you think that men go into relationships in that same way? Like being,
Yes.
I
think
don't
they
know.
expect certain
I don't think
shit.
so.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Not in the same way
They're
that
humans.
we do.
Well, duh, they not
We're
us.
nitpicky.
They're nitpicky
But they're nitpicky too.
Like what?
I told you he was a
The way-
virgin
What?
earlier.
Who?
You. I'm like, what man you know ain't picky?
Yeah.
They're picky in a way.
in their own ways,
Yes.
like whether they want a certain girl that looks and dresses a certain way, or a lot of men.
How they eat their food.
Yeah.
Where you been?
You cannot dictate how I eat my food.
Not how you, how they. Like, yes.
Yourself,
Yeah.
do what you
What
want.
type of shoes they want, how they lace their shoes.
They're-
Do they want more of like a tomboy type girl? Or a lot of guys like to say that they like that, but then they want their girl to like dress up too, like you know, for certain
Wow.
occasions.
They are picky, just as much as we are.
Yeah. Or they want their girl to not wear too much makeup, or they want them to wear makeup. Is there so
Whatever.
depending on their type, right? Kind of how I have a certain. I can expand, but I have a certain type.
physically.
Yeah, and maybe actions wise too, or personality.
So what is that?
What?
Yeah.
Like what do I expect? I guess this is more outside of expectations, but I expect to have like an active lifestyle with my person. So I try to set up dates that are active, so they're not just like sitting at home on the couch, like doing things, because otherwise, because I don't want to be that couple that just sits. I want to Netflix and chill sometimes, but I don't want that to be the core of the relationship, you know?
I don't want to work out, Rose.
We won't be dating
At
anytime
all.
soon.
We'll double date.
Ever.
Cool, great.
Hikes.
Yeah, y'all too.
Climbing,
go hiking.
kayaking,
Exactly.
jumping out of planes and
Nah, black
shit.
people
Jumping
do
out
that
of planes
shit.
and hikes, I'm down. But
Cool.
Oh, y'all
Not
want to
kayaking.
die.
You don't like the water?
that doesn't sound
Cool.
fun.
Whale watching.
Yeah,
That's
y'all
not
wanna
really an
drown.
activity,
No, that's
but-
not fun. That's not
Okay,
fun.
cool.
Let's jump
I
out
wanna
of a
see
plane.
Some whales.
Wow.
Shark. Sharks.
Shark, okay.
Swim with
Shark
sharks.
watching.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Sorry,
I
you
don't
can't
wanna
come.
go.
Off
It's okay.
topic.
I want no shark to eat me. I'm cool. I don't want to
You're
die.
on the boat.
It don't matter.
Mm.
Jaws. You got to get a bigger boat. You seen
Okay.
Jaws?
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic.
Harley getting it back.
Yes. I may not know the Tootsie Roll, but I know Jaws, okay?
cool.
So what about you and the expectations?
Yeah.
There's for sure things that I've noticed over the years that it's like, oh my God, these things contradict each other. Like, don't make don't make me feel crazy, you guys, because I
No.
know you might agree with me on
So
some
what
of
are you
these things. So
gonna
like, you want someone to text you back in an appropriate time frame.
What's appropriate?
That's up to you.
You can just
Okay.
feel it in
But
your
when
gut.
they exactly.
Are you gonna?
But when
wait?
they text you back too fast, according to your standards, it's thirsty. Like
No,
every
it's
time.
efficient.
But when they take their sweet time and text you back 2 days later, it's like,
lazy.
you don't care about me.
No.
So it's like you expect them to know what that sweet spot is, but it's like they're a person. How does this person, how are they supposed to read my mind? You kind of,
No.
I expect
no. I expect the person
you to read
be
my
on their
mind.
phone almost every 2 hours. Yes, we are on our phone a lot. So if your motherfucking ass takes too long to text me back, it's a problem. You better be dead, in jail, no service, something. And it better turn green if you have no service. So I'm not playing. Or your phone died, something. So I expect you to respond back when I text you if we are dating.
right. Okay.
Yeah, at a decent, but like, don't text me at 2. You know I'm not responding. I'm asleep. I'm saying like, be realistic.
Right.
So,
So there are some things that you expect that. How is he supposed to know that?
because I told you the first
Yeah.
time.
Oh, okay. So you just tell them.
I think as you're getting to know each other, so that's like in the very, very beginning, right? But then as you become more intimate, you can kind of say, because I do like a text in the morning at night when I'm into the person. But if I'm not fully committed to you, like if I'm not in a relationship with you, I don't want to be doing that. It's too much for me. I don't
then
even,
how do you
I
get
never
there?
text people back. Well, I got to feel it out. I have to know if I like you first. And then if we're dating for a while, sometimes I don't even want that because I don't want the expectation, I guess. Or I just need them to know that I don't want to have a text conversation. Like a little nice, like,
I'm like that
hey,
too.
good night. I don't want to get into it. It's like, I'm trying
A
to fucking
full-
sleep, man.
Yeah.
Or I'm in the middle of trying to do some like writing or work, like where I need my full concentration. I need them to be able to, but I would tell them. I guess so. How they would know is I can't play any guessing games. I gotta say,
Right.
hey, sometimes I'm working, and if I don't respond back, like it's because I don't really like text conversations. I like to
Right.
keep it short via text.
'Cause you
So please don't ever
complicated.
get mad if I don't continue
Yes.
or don't answer a question. But I'd say that so that they know.
So you actually tell
Tell
them.
them,
Mhm.
yeah. You would have to tell them, Rose. That was a lot.
Yeah.
You would have to tell them all that so they would know.
Yeah.
Because then you're getting what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And Pega thinks you don't know what you want, but at least you would be getting what you wanted.
And
out
how
of the
will they
relationship.
know if you don't ever tell them?
Exactly.
I guess you guys know what you want because you're older.
No. Zoe tells me what she wants all the time.
Zoe, thanks for making me feel worse. An 7-year-old knows what she wants
You
more
know
than
You know
a
what you want.
27-year-old.
Yeah, you just
You just
gotta
have to look.
vocalize.
Yeah.
Because you know what you don't want.
Mm-hmm. So you must know what you want.
Exactly.
This is true.
That should be on a shirt.
You know what you
Hashtag
don't want, so
the
you must
Know
know what you want.
Boom.
Wow.
Pool
we should write a
house.
book.
Hello.
Pool house book.
Knows what we want.
The pool house quotes.
Buy it
Exactly.
on Amazon.
For $100 million.